レクイエム。
What's up YouTube, it's your boy Show back with another video. And today I'm going to show you guys how to catch an alpha. This is not an end all be all guide. This is just some helpful tricks and hints and stuff to help you kind of survive. Because alphas are really strong in this game and getting them is really cool. So it's part of collecting all the Pokemon, so I'm pretty sure you can run up against a couple of alpha Pokemon and want to catch them. I do want to say though, thanks for everybody who's been subscribing and leaving comments and viewing these videos. I really do appreciate it. You guys do not know how much I appreciate it. I will be doing the giveaway. 2 people will be winning like some kind of digital card. It'll probably be like either PlayStation Store or Nintendo or an Xbox. So if you guys want to end up buying the game, you can win the contest and buy the game. That will happen. That will start when I actually hit 1,000, because I am growing pretty rapidly, so it probably won't be too long, if the things keep continuing. If you guys are watching this video and you want to be entered, all you gotta do is subscribe. If it is given to like somebody that doesn't respond in a certain amount of time, I will redo it, and I'll keep mentioning the giveaway pretty much a lot of these new videos. So with that being said, guys, thanks for all the support. I appreciate it a lot. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, so as you see, I have a pretty good number of alpha Pokemon. I have a lot more I don't really show. It's like my main alpha team, and these are some of the hardest ones to get, in my opinion. Now, obviously, I might not be the best at this Pokemon game. A lot of people probably already got them and collected them or whatever, but it's really hard to get the alpha Pokemon that aren't really close to your level, and a lot of these were caught. As soon as I saw them, I just had to catch them. So you have to use a little bit of strategy to try to catch some of these Pokemon. Now, I do want to say I am going to show like an actual battle with a random alpha I just walked up on. And I'm going to show that battle. I'm going to show like some scenes from some other battles. But that alpha in specific is not that hard. But for the purpose of this guide, you may need an actual alpha Pokemon, like an easier one to start with, just to catch with your regular Pokemon as to like tank. And you'll see what I mean later on in the video. Now here's a couple of things that you definitely might need. You'll need to end up getting to the point in the story where you at least get heavy balls, because those work really well. They're easy to craft. I like throwing a lot of Pokeballs at the Pokemon because they just, they pop out of them so much. And here's some things you might need on your team. You might need a tank. If you're using your grit or your pebbles, whatever you want to call them, to like raise your effort level, definitely have a Pokemon that has a higher effort level for like special defense and defense, because these alpha Pokemon hit hard. And one of these things that they like to do, like they always get like the first hit. There's maybe been like one battle where I actually got the first hit. Most of the time, these alpha Pokemon always get the first hit. So what they'll do is that if you don't have a strong enough Pokemon to tank it, they will literally one hit your Pokemon and kill it. I've been using Sylveon as like my tank, and Sylveon has like really high defense, at least mine does, and I kind of spec'd it out for specifically to tank that first hit and to get some damage off, because you really want to get enough damage off where you don't leave them in red. You want to leave them in yellow, but you want to get enough you don't have to use multiple Pokemon to kind of damage them. So what I would say is that you would send out your first Pokemon, which will be your tank, and that Pokemon will either have like healing moves, or it will have high defense. Obviously it's a tank, and it have like a move that's kind of generalized, like is a decent move to damage Pokemon, like maybe a move that has like 80 potency, or something that's like similar to that, not really a crazy typing, because depending on whatever you're trying to do or whatever Pokemon you're trying to get, you can have a move that just does not work for that type. Now, with that being said, after you get done with that Pokemon is probably gonna be killed in 2 hits. If your Pokemon not strong enough, and if it is strong enough, or at least like in the ballpark range, because most of the time when I caught these alphas, they were way above my level range, like way above it. So honestly, it could be kind of difficult if you're trying to get alphas that's way stronger than you, which most of them will be because they're all very high level. Definitely go against one that does not have, because if you actually battle the Pokemon enough times, you can actually see what kind of moves it has. Do not go for one that uses rest, at least not right away. Like, get some more alphas before you go to that one, because you're gonna need a bigger alpha Pokemon to be kind of like taking some of the harder alphas. For instance, when I got the 3 Sinnoh starters, all of them are incredibly hard, because most alpha Pokemon, I believe all of them, have a certain move. They have a certain move that I actually do recoil damage, and this is why it's important to lead them in yellow and not in red, because they'll make themselves go red just by doing their actual recoil move. Pretty much every single alpha Pokemon I come across, they always been difficult to catch, because if you put them in red, they'll end up killing all your Pokemon, but they'll start using moves where they'll actually die to the recoil, and you have to respawn the map all over again. Some other helpful tips: you can actually find the alpha and mark it on your map using the map marker feature. It's pretty interesting if you want to kind of like lose. If you lose the fight and you want to end up going back to where that spot was, you can actually ping it on the map. In order to reset an alpha that you've killed or it has killed itself, you can actually leave the map and come back in. Now let's actually switch to the actual battle, and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more of what I mean. Alright, so right here, let's capture this Mamoswine or whatever it's called. Obviously I did say use your tank Pokemon first. Sylveon is always gonna be my tank Pokemon. Like I said, even this is a slow Pokemon, it's always gonna get the move first. And as you see, it has a recoil move like every other alpha. And they only do that so that when you get them in the red, they make it harder for you to catch them because they'll kill themselves, which is incredibly stupid. Well, whatever. If you see here, I use like a strong move. I thought I tanked the first hit. I always use a strong move to try to drop their health, at least to get into the yellow. Because if I get into the yellow, then I can pretty much just keep spamming Pokeballs. Because it don't matter really what portion of yellow it is. Definitely do not try green. I didn't actually do it in this video, but I did it in the other videos you've seen. It's always best to use a status element. At this point in time, I did not have Rotom, who usually is my status element user. Status element makes alpha Pokemon, it makes the difficulty cut by 50% at least. It makes it really easy to catch alpha Pokemon if you put them to sleep or you have some kind of move that'll stun them. As you see here, I'm just trying to get his health down a little bit until like, that's why I use the agile version of it, because it weakens the move. So basically now I'm just gonna continue to spam Pokeballs. You get his health in the yellow, make sure you do not get it in red. Because if they keep popping out the Pokeball and they keep hitting you with like double edge or any move that does recoil, because they all have moves that do recoil, it'll just continuously drop their health. They get more recoil the more they one-shot your Pokemon. So basically you want to get them to avoid using that type of move. And if they do use it once or twice, you want to have enough health on them to kind of let them survive it. And then it gets significantly easier when they get to red by bringing themselves to red. And they don't kill themselves because you gave them enough health to survive. So they'll get themselves to red, and then you'll be able to catch them. Right here, I'll just summon a lot of Pokemon. I like to have like sort of tankier Pokemon. This one in specifics is like he's strong. Like Emploreon is strong. He's another alpha, so he can tank a lot of hits. But most of the time, you facing the alpha, you'll just keep getting wiped. Every single Pokemon will just keep getting wiped. But you'll just have to try to catch it in like 6 turns, or if you have a tanky Pokemon, which I like to do. Empoleon's pretty tanky if he's not hit with like fire or something. Yeah, you just want to keep throwing Pokeballs at them, keep making it being repetitive. As you see, I'm throwing my regular Pokeballs because if I'm not mistaken, if it's like the older games, they get like less of a resistance. Like the more you keep trying to capture them, it's like the more that they'll just like, you know, the chances go up. So maybe like a 15% chance of catching them every time you throw a Pokeball, and maybe it increase by like 1%. And obviously you don't want to use regular Pokeballs for these. That's actually a bad tactic. I just was running out of Pokeballs and resources because I've been trying to go around and catching a lot of alpha, and I really didn't care too much about this one, so I just used like weaker resources. You definitely want to try to use Great Balls. It's not too far into the game where you get those. You also have the heavy balls I like to use. They're very easy to craft, and they work on like, you know, they work on Pokemon pretty good. Pretty much now, once you get into yellow, you don't have to continue attacking anymore. Just pretty much all your turns will be just throwing Pokeballs at it. This is how you get them. It's not as exciting as you would think it is. It's like an epic battle, but if you're trying to capture Pokemon, like, you have to be kind of smart about doing it. I use a lot of Goodra and Emploreon because they're pretty tanky. Emploreon's not so much tanky, but I love Goodra. He's pretty tanky. As you see, I just keep throwing Pokeballs at him and just keep spamming it, and it's just eventually it's gonna end up working because, like I said, the chances get higher if they're like hurting and they're low health and they keep popping out your Pokeball. It's just like legendary Pokemon. Same rules apply kind of there. I haven't actually encountered any legendary Pokemon in this game, so I'm very curious to see what that's gonna be like, and if they're gonna be harder to catch than Alpha Pokemon. But Alpha Pokemon are literally giving me the kind of vibes that legendary Pokemon used to give me. As you see right there, we call Piloswine. He's a lower ranked Alpha. Some of the ones can be a little bit more difficult. But with that being said, guys, we pretty much gonna end the video here. I do want to end up doing a more in-depth guide when the game actually comes out and you guys are actually playing it and trying to get the alpha, and it'll be a little bit more structured than this. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget the giveaway that's coming out. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video.